Well, we're going live here.
Okay.
Got the little landline here. We're having trouble streaming to your destination, so we got some streaming going on. Perfect. Welcome to the landline. You know what? I look forward to this every week, Pat. I look forward to this. You know, it's fun. It's fun. We get to hang out. We get to chat. We get to talk about land, dirt, investing, whatever. It's a lot of fun. We got some interesting thoughts going on. Some interesting things today. Pat, did you sent me that? Guys, we're gonna wait for a little bit for people, and then we're gonna get right into it.
Today we have something new, Clay. I want to share. We have the QR code here on the left corner of the screen. In there, people can access directly to our Skull community. So if they're not in the Skull community, they can screen this QR code and they can jump into the community.
Every week, you are setting the bar for excellence, Pat. I appreciate you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. So we're gonna talk some stuff, guys. We're gonna talk a little bit about what is actually happening in the land market right now. We're gonna talk about hot regions. We're gonna talk about smart deal structures, value add. Then we're gonna go to Q&A at the end in deal structures. A lot of fun stuff, and I'm excited. We'll run as long as we need to, right? We'll run as long as we need to today, but we got some cool stuff on some market updates that I am looking forward to discussing today. What's going on, Pat? How's it going with you?
It's great. I'm going to share the link on YouTube, so the people that it's here in the streaming, if they want to jump in and wait on the
live
on the backstage, yes, they can wait there and then jump in to ask their questions. So you can find the link on the comments.
Cool. Where's the presentation? Is it like below here?
Yes, you click on the
slide in PDFs. Is it landline 1 or landline 2? What's up, Philip? Brian, what's up, Brian? Good to see you, bro. Okay, so is it a second one? Is it the one with the 1, or is this it?
The other one.
Oh, got it. Welcome to the landline, guys. Here it is. This one?
Yes, correctly.
Okay, cool. Nice. All right, guys. We're going to jump right into it. Talk about the landline. Ooh, we got some different colors this week. I like that. A little sharper. Okay, guys. So today's agenda, we're going to talk at the beginning, as you know, guys. Q&As at the end. We're going to have people jump on, join with us as always. But every single week, we bring some new stuff, really top of mind, that I'm seeing in my business, I'm seeing in general, to help you guys stay abreast to what's going on in the business, and in general, right? So I want to talk about the market. You know, hopefully every single week you're joining in, tuning in with us. We're bringing what's actually happening now, not tactics, not strategies from 5 years ago. Like, everyone knows the land market is changing. Like, every single week it changes. And so we appreciate the people that tune in with us, and we're bringing value every single week to you guys. So I'm going to just start us off here. So, first, at a very, very high level, I want to talk about the market. The land market in 2025 is what I would consider to be in the stabilizing phase. Prices are not dropping dramatically, but they've stopped skyrocketing like they did a couple of years ago. I think everyone really understands it. They're seeing it in their listing. We read that there's a recent report from Sports Trophy Properties that described it as steady demand, limited supplies, and a more selective buyer base. Investors like us should be focusing on quality over quantity, right? We are seeing that in our business. We're focusing on quality assets. We're being more picky. I'll give you an example of, we were looking at a property that we were going to buy for 45, sell for 85, and had a lot of slope on it. And normally we are going to pick those properties up. We think we can sell it. We think we can, owner finance it. And honestly, we found that it was just a little too sloped in this specific area. And so we're seeing, we're being more prudent with that type of stuff, that type of investment. We're also seeing that higher interest rates are continuing to shape how deals are being done. Raw land financing is still pretty tough through bank, which means that us as cash buyers and creative deal makers that are able to do seller financing are having an edge. A key takeaway that I was thinking about before this call is like, this isn't really a buyer's market or seller's market. It's more of a strategic market. The people that know how to structure deals are the ones that are winning, and the people that don't, that have a one size fits all approach, are really getting hurt. So in general, land is still solid, but the easy money days are gone. You've kind of heard me talk about that last week. It's about being sharper. It's about being more creative. It's about being more intentional. So we looked at like, where is the action actually happening, right? So according to a 2025 analysis by Active Acres, the strongest demand this year is in Texas, right? Texas is still incredibly strong, still very affordable in West Texas. We just picked up a subdivide, a 50-acre subdivide. We're buying it for 100,000, 111, and we'll probably sell it for 250. Tennessee, Arizona, North Carolina, we're seeing is still having a good mix of affordability and development. And then the Mountain West, it's interesting that we did 2 subdivides in the Mountain West and Idaho this year, and we're seeing that there's still tight inventory. There's still premium buyers, still premium pricing there. Some larger ones buy for 500, sell for 1.2. But the most important thing is like, look, as we can see, like we're talking about the sell-through rate, we're talking about using a lot of these really incredible new software to find these markets. And I'm saying, hey, like we need to be more precise on the markets that we're targeting. So we internally in our business are getting more precise, figuring out like where are we actually going to get alpha. And it's not always the hottest market. It's not always the coldest market. It's the markets that we can continuously hit and get a deeper understanding. The future of land, in my opinion, is local, right? An understanding of the local counties that you're operating in. And so the alpha here is knowing which counties, which roads, which zoning types are moving. And that's either relying on local brokers that know what they're doing or really understanding the market, right? That's where you can outplay the competition. So my recommendation of what we're doing is we're focusing on fewer states. We're learning them deeply. We're knowing what a good price per acre looks like, the utilities in the area, and then how access work. And that gives you consistent wins, right? What I'm really seeing, and I've talked about before, and those who are in the LandMan Challenge or in our deal engine, which Pat will put below for anyone that's interested in learning about the deal engine or the LandMan Challenge. LandMan Challenge for beginners, and deal engines are for people that are seasoned operators that really are interested in taking their business to the next level and having more consistency. It's more about building that ideal land business, right? The ideal land business is, 5 to 10 high-level operators, right? 5 to 10 high-level operators that are, you're doing $500,000 to $1.5 million a year. By the way, I'm completely messing this up. I should have been clicking this, but $500,000 to $1.5 million a year, 50% margins. Man, that's a good business, right? That's the type of business that we really want to build, and we're tearing our business down. We got some really interesting stuff coming up, but we're going to tear our business down and really build this type of business with bigger development deals. We just closed on a deal. Actually, we closed on a deal this week. Buy for 250, sell for 550, and we're kind of doing those larger deals, which is really, really interesting. So here's the hot regions, as I was showing you earlier, right? We want to focus on where that growth meets affordability. That's where the opportunity. And then we're going to talk about smart deal structures now that we talked a little bit about the ideal business. So again, we've talked about this in the past on these live, but the things that are actually moving the needle is shifting the gears with high rates and tight credit. The traditional lending, as we know, is much more difficult. And so owner financing, note deals, we love those. We just got 2 deals under contract last week that were note deals. Sellers are realizing if they offer owner financing, they attract more buyers. Sellers being us, and we can sell our deals faster. And often that's for a higher price. And we're seeing more buyers actually asking us for buying on terms. We're closing about 40 deals over the next four weeks. And so we're going to be offering a lot of terms on these deals because we know that this will move them quickly. And we know that, if we want to hold on to these for cash flow, we can. more tax efficient cash flow we can. If we don't, we can sell them on the secondary market and still get really good yields on them. Right. So I love this as a play in 2025 and moving into 2026. We're having this is our live in the end of October. And I know that having that really that cash flow every single month, man, that's killer. So I like to have a 5 to 10% down payment, interest rates between 12 to 14.5, amortization between 5 to 10 years in a real easy way for us to close if the seller or the person who's paying does not pay. Have pretty strong terms to put it in our favor in the event that someone stops paying is really how we structure this, right? And I would recommend a promissory note or a deed of trust, not a land contract. Secondary buyers do not like land contracts, right? So again, that is what we're seeing as it relates to smart deal structures. You hear me keep talking about this, but it's working in general, and we're still moving those types of deals. Actually, we're moving more of those types of deals. We're getting pretty good type of feedback from the market as it relates to that, right? So, last thing, key takeaways for this week is stable markets, selective buyers focusing on these stable markets, focusing on regions and specific areas and regions, and creative structures win. The reality is the opportunity that we're seeing in our end isn't just to buy land low and to sell high. That game is getting tighter, as we all know. The real edge is turning land into opportunity, right? Turning land, the possession of the deal, to finding the highest and best use and selling it on the back end. That's what we do in our business, right? Deal structure, is really where the money is. If you can hold a note, if you can hold an option agreement for longer, you can get a property sold in wholesaled or sold off market or sold with owner financing. And that kind of gives us the alpha, right? As we continue to mature in this market, we're always looking for, hey, how do we actually add additional income streams? How do we add opportunities to our belt? So we're closing on 40 deals, like I said, over the next 4 weeks on the buy side. We have another 8 deals closing over the next 4 weeks on the sell side, right? So we are seeing a higher number of buys versus sells, but we're seeing the market because we're offering owner financing, because we're being creative, because we're having longer option periods with sellers, is allowing us to separate ourselves from the crowd in 2025. The reality is I got a text from a guy who's a really high-level operator in the space. He was like, hey, Clay, I'm hearing people are hurting, right? Another guy is saying, hey, I'm hurting. I'm not experiencing this in my business, right? And I think it really comes down to constantly studying the market, constantly understanding, hey, what's going right, what's going wrong, and then putting the right people in the right space. I think people got too bloated. I think people were not allocating their money properly. They were playing with outdated playbooks. And that is the difference maker in those who are succeeding today that I'm seeing and those who are not. So let's move into Q&A. We could talk about biggest challenge in structuring offers. We can talk about what you're working on currently. I hope this was a helpful, very high level of what I'm seeing currently in the market. That's the point of the landline every week. Give you guys what I'm seeing, help you guys build out your business so that you're continuously succeeding in this market. Pat, I'm going to bring you up on the screen here. Let's tell the listeners that we got over a dozen people live right now. How they can come up if they want to drop a question below, or how do we add them behind stage?
Yes, if someone here, I heard another one's voice, but you can jump in the link. Also, Clay, I want to share, we have 2 deals on our community. Oh, nice. That people drop them on the comments. I'm going to share the link with you so you can look for them. I'm dropping the link.
Thank you. Cool deal. We'll do that. We'll drop those deals. This is from the LandMan, or is this from the school community?
Yes, those are from the community. Cool. I put a deal review opportunity until people share their deals. They want you to review them. Nice. We have all the information there.
Awesome. All right. So I'm not seeing them right here. Where did you Slack these to me?
Yes.
Okay. Stoic review. Stoic agent. Hey, Stoic agent. Do we want? Okay, deal review. We'll do this. We'll do this one. Do you want to come behind, my man, or you? We can jump into this. If the Stoic agent, by the way, like the name, buddy. If you want to come behind, we can do this. I will share my screen here. When it comes to, oh man, has my 18-month-old son is looking at me from a distance right now. Don't have the StreamYard. Can you drop the StreamYard for the Stoic agent so we can jump in here and we can get him backstage?
Sure.
He's commenting on YouTube right now. We got 12 people live right now. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hey, Hess. So Hess is here, guys. He's gonna help us with some comping. Yep. All right. Join us backstage, man. We'll have you come backstage, and then we can have you give us some more context about this deal. Hi, buddy. Alrighty, Hess is. I don't see him here. All right. Either way, I'm gonna pull this deal up. I'm gonna pull this deal up. Okay. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. My son likes to come in the middle of Effington, Georgia. We'll go to Effington. Got it. Okay, Effington County. Thank you, Hess. Okay. We're going to put this in here. We're putting this all in right here at Stoic Agent. We'll do a deal review on this one, my man. 029. Okay. 029 10025. Okay. For some reason I can't pull this up. Do you have the name of the seller, Stoic agent? I can't. I don't know. Can you hear me, Pat? Am I?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Stoic agent, we need to know the name of the seller here. So I can't find it. Okay, getting now. Got it. Cool, man. Anyone else that wants to ask a question, feel free to just raise your hand. We'll bring you backstage here. We're waiting for, while we're waiting for him to get us the name. Okay, Jasper.
I just heard. Yes, I shared this one in the comments.
Can you just Slack this to me? Can you Slack this one to me, Pat, so I can just easily put it into?
Okay, sure.
The cool. Got it. Jasper County. I love Jasper County. I've done a ton of deals in Jasper. Hey, Stoic agent, I will get this for you here in a second, my man. But we're going to go to Jasper County, South Carolina right now.
This is for Paul Kimball. So we can share this.
Got it.
Yes. Okay.
Message him and let him know that he should join the stream because we were just on. He was a first deal fast track guy. Okay. So, all right. I'm on it, Stoic agent. All right. Let me share my screen here. All right, so we'll share right here. All right. Hi, Hess. My son is in this room. Can everyone see? You can see my here. I'm going to add this to the stage. I'm going to remove this, add this to the stage. All right, Pat, you can see this?
Yes.
Okay, so we got these two. Oh, this is a little bit odd. We got this one here. Hi, buddy. All right, this is all wetlands here. I don't really like it that much. It does have a decent amount of road frontage, but sitting back from the road here, there's not a lot of buildable area. Okay. So, but I know Ridgeland, South Carolina, I've actually done quite a few deals here. So I'm going to underwrite this right now. So we got this Ridgeland, South Carolina. Okay. This is 0.8 and this is 1. So it's basically 2 acres. Figure out where it is relative to everything else here. Okay, it's northwest of Ridgeland. So it's right in this general area. I'm going to create a little boundary here. That wasn't good. Create a little boundary here. Okay, so we're going to go with lots and land. See how big this is. Our biggest lot will be 2 acres. We'll probably go down to 1, see what we got here. So this property is a 1 acre tract, and it's quite nice, and it's right in Ridgeland as well. Ridgeland's a pretty nice area. Jasper County is a very nice area. So we're going to see how close this is to our parcel. Wow, it's super close. Oh, man. Okay, so this property is okay, it's about almost twice the size of ours. So we're 1.8. It's twice the size of ours here. So we're at 38,000 an acre. Okay. So we got a 3 acre here. We're at 27. I'm probably closer to that. I'm probably closer to the 21,000. I think that guy's a little bit overpriced. This to me looks like a relatively good number. 65,000. Yeah. I think it's probably 55,000. 55. See if I can find in here. Here's the parcel number. This will be great. I'll be able to look it up here. We also use Land Portal if you want a 2,000 free credits for Land Portal, which is what we use, guys. Patricia will put that down below for you, so you can get access to that. We really like using Land Portal, but I'm using Land ID right now for ease. Okay, so it's really heavy wetlands, right? So I would say they probably cut a portion of this out, and it was heavy wetlands, and it went for 21,000. I think it's 25,000 an acre. I think it probably sells for maybe 50, like I said, 50 to 55. That's what I would go for. All right, Stoic Agent, we got you up here, my man. Annabelle Postal. So we're going to go here. Do a quick review of Georgia. Okay. All right, we got it here. All right, which one is it, dude? Is it the one at the road? Stoic Agent is the one at the road, the 5.4. Got it. All right, cool. Hold on, I messed that up. Effington County and Postal. Tell me what you got this thing under contract for, man. See if we can get this thing cooking for you. So the 5.4, this is a great parcel. Maybe even subdivide this, my man. I don't know what you got here, but I would be open to subdividing. It's got some good road frontage. So, okay, wow, we're so close, dude. So we got this 2.4. We're at 5. Oh, man, this could be a sick parcel. I would go probably 2 to 10. to filter this out here. And I don't know, man. You got some good values here on this. Oh, here, this could be. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, man. Here's a good one. This could be a good comp for you. What do you have it under? What are you thinking about getting under contract for, dude? Oh, shit. I think you're good, man. I think you're good. Yeah, man. I would get it for 70. Look, I think that I'm gonna do a quick run over. I think you're at you might be at like 30 an acre, 35 an acre. I'm doing this really quick, man. You might be at, yeah, you're good. Buy for 70, sell for 125 to 150. Let's go, dude. That's sick, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I'd subdivide this, man. I would subdivide it. Brian, I'll get you. I see you're backstage, Brian. We'll get you up here in a second. You're welcome. Let me know if you need any help on that from us, man. But it looks to me like it's a good deal. I'd make sure to check restrictions, zoning, etc. Make sure to get that thing perked. We're on the East Coast. But I like it, man. I like it. I think it's a good deal. Someone's going to Vegas, baby. Let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. All right. Brian, I'm going to pop you up here, man. We'll get you up here. What's up? Let's go, man. Getting a little pump here.
Yeah, honestly, I've tired coming to the gym poorly, so.
Dude, I hope you're hitting a leg day.
I'm doing legs. I'm squatting. Yeah.
Good. What can I help you with, Brian?
Yeah. So this lead came in yesterday. It's 40 acres. It's going to be a survey hack. I called the county today, and I thought I was going to be able to subdivide it into. It's 40 acres, so I was going to do 2-acre parcels, but the county said I can only subdivide it into 5-acre parcels. So at this point, I'm just like, is it worth the time and effort? Should I just offer her cash, survey off the house that she's living in, and then just sell the rest? So,
what are your numbers on it?
So market is around 300,000. We were going to offer her 150 for a flip, and then for a double close, probably around like closer to 200.
Okay.
I don't know if I can double close with a survey hack. That's pretty much my question.
You can double close with a survey hack, depending on how you time it. You can.
Okay.
But what does she want to sell it for?
We haven't got there yet. I talked to her yesterday, and then I pretty much do what you guys do. The 2-talk track is initial phone call, and then today I'm supposed to offer her. But yeah, this morning it kind of threw everything off because you can't subdivide it into 2-acre parcels like I thought. So I was thinking I was going to be able to offer her closer to market, and then 2-acre parcels sell for about 35 to 38,000. So I could offer her 300K, and sell those for like 700 to 800,000. Obviously, it'd probably take a while because there would have been 20 of them, but. Yeah, this is like our first time getting a lead like this to where we thought we were going to be able to survey hack, subdivide. And now it's not looking like that. So now I'm trying to pivot on the fly,
Okay. Well, dude, it sounds like you got enough margin in that deal to like make it work, right?
Yeah.
I would get clear on her number.
Okay.
To figure out like buy for 150, sell for 300. That's amazing.
Yeah,
right?
and with that, how much should I be paying for a survey? I know it's different, but I've never paid for a survey.
Oh, dude, yeah. So where are you in where are you in the country? Like, what's the location of the property?
Properties in Florida. I live in Arizona.
Cool. So, I mean, how many total acres is it going to be?
It's going to be 42 total. She's going to keep 5, so it'll be 37 and a half.
Yeah, I mean, you should be 5 to 7K.
Okay. And then getting a deal funder for that, is that something that will entice a deal funder, that margin, even though having to pay for the survey, closing costs, all that?
Got to get the right one, but absolutely, my man.
Okay, perfect. Is that pretty much what's the next step after the challenge? Is the deal engine, is putting deals like that into there?
Deal engine. Okay, so deal engine is let me show you what I mean. I can pull it up here, but it's more about like how do you actually scale this thing, right?
Okay.
Because it's operations, it's SOPs, it's if you want additional funding help, and we help with everything in the back end. I can share my screen real quick, dude.
Cool.
So I love it, dude. I was gonna hit a leg day today, and I was like, you know what? I don't have enough time. Psych. I'm gonna hit back.
Let's go.
Okay. So yeah. So basically, and we'll talk. Well, you'll get kind of the high level, but the deal engine is more about, hey, how do we give you an unfair advantage in modern land investing? So you get access to all of our SOPs, updated SOPs every single month, funding access if you need access with funding. We're building out a bunch of backend AIs for Dispo GPTs, Ops GPTs, 2 weekly calls, private community with Capital Network, and then a bunch of other stuff. We'll get into that later, but if you need a deal funder, I do funding, but I'm happy to introduce you to people as well if you want a couple of opinions.
Yeah, what's the best way to submit one? Because I know you reviewed a deal for me, I think Monday on the LandMan challenge call, and they're going to review it tonight and probably sign that purchase agreement. So
dang, bro, you hopping. Yeah,
I wanted to submit that formally. Well, Launch Control is down today, so now I'm doing all the follow-up stuff and all that stuff. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise, I guess.
You gotta get smarter contact, man. You gotta get smarter contact. But here's you could just submit it right here. I just dropped it below. And if you can submit it, then you can get on a call with my team, and we'll help walk you through it. And like either way, man, if it doesn't work out, whatever, like we can help you think about, hey, how do you actually position survey hacking in the future, so that you can. That's a really good pitch for you guys. But congratulations, it looks like. It looks like this could be a solid deal for you. So.
Yeah, sweet. And then if you guys don't want to fund it, would you be like, oh, we would fund it at this price? That way I can go back to the seller and negotiate?
1,000%.
Cool.
1,000%.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Good luck on that leg day.
Appreciate it. All right.
Congratulations on this one too. We'll see you next Monday, man. Talk to you soon, Brian.
Thank you.
All right, who's next? Who's jumping in? I'm gonna remove him from the studio. Okay, from the studio, not. All right, I see some other people in here. Got some other questions. Pat, in the meantime, let's ask some questions that you got for me. And then we'll wait for someone else. If someone has some questions, someone wants to join us in the back end, feel free to do that.
Okay, so we have a question for the first part of your presentation where you mentioned the market was stabilizing. So for someone who's getting started in land investing, what's the best way to take advantage of this kind of market without overextending?
Oh, I think that like what we talked about in, the first week of the LandMan Challenge was last week. And one of the core things that we talked about was around the notion of setting aside a set of expenses and then allocating your money to 6 months of marketing in whatever channel that you're actually going after. What a lot of times, people reach out to me. Like I said, I got a text from a guy that's pretty well known in the space. He's like, dude, I'm experiencing some difficulties. Now, I don't really know why he's experiencing difficulties or for what reason, but one of the core things that we see is like, look, consistency matters, right? This is a numbers game, right? And so one of the most impactful videos that I've ever watched, and it really formulated my thinking around how to be a better entrepreneur and in general, was a video by Patrick Bet-David. It was a couple of years ago. And when I was just getting started in entrepreneurship, he talks about different levels of entrepreneurs. And there are levels of entrepreneurs. Something just happens in their life, right? Something just happens. And man, I got to find this YouTube video. But basically, things happen, alcohol, friends, problems, old habits that come up, things that knock you off track. And the level of entrepreneur that you are dictates how quickly you get back on track and how often those things happen, right? This happens the same thing in land business, right? Which is people say, hey, Clay, I'm not getting the results that I'm looking for, right? And then we say, okay, what are your KPIs? Well, I'm not tracking your KPIs, right? Sometimes they say I am tracking my KPIs and this is happening. Well, dude, you're not spending enough time on improving your texting process. You're not spending enough time on improving your direct mail process or all these specific aspects of your business. The business is simple. It's not easy. And the people that win are the people that adapt. And so I would allocate a certain amount of money for 6 months in order to take advantage of these market conditions, and I would just keep going. That's how I would put my capital if I was starting out in that way.
Okay, and we have another deal review. I'm going to send it over Slack.
Okay.
Here, you have it now.
Perfect. We'll do a deal review, right?
This one, give me a second. This one is for a guy called Tamir Sobel.
Okay. I'm looking in here. Troy. Okay, Troy Asser. Okay. Wow, he's got 6 parcel deal. Dang, man. Is Troy with us, or is this where is this coming from, Pat?
From the community.
From the community.
Yes. He's not here, but.
Okay, cool. Well, Troy, this is for you, buddy. If you see this in the future, we got your back. And for those that are interested in joining the LandMan community, kind of getting more access to what's going on completely free, Pat will put that information down below. I believe we have that information already here.
You have we have the QR code on the screen. You just need to scan it.
Oh my gosh. Just scan the QR code. Look at that. So we're going to go through a 6 parcel deal. This is going to be fun. For Mr. It's is it under Troy Asher or is that the guy that's
Tamir? No, the name of the guy is Tamir.
Okay, Troy Absher. Cool. All right, we're gonna look at all 6 of these. Okay, they're all next to each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, there's a lot here. Okay, I'm gonna assume that this. Okay, this is gonna be a serious. This is gonna be a serious underwrite. All right, cool. We're going to share my screen. For those that are tuning in right now, we are about to underwrite a 6 parcel deal. Dang, man. Alrighty. So we're going here. This is a 6.2. I'm going to assume, because I know where this is in Virginia, that this is incredibly sloped. That's what oh shoot. How the heck did that happen? Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. I don't know where the last one is. I really need this guy on this call. It's gonna be hard for me to underwrite this. I'm gonna assume we have this one too. So I'm just gonna go here. All right, so 1, 2, 3. 3 deals. All right, 3 deals. All right. So we're going to first do a little overlay, contour lines. Yep. Oh yeah, we got a really, really slopey property. Probably good for hunting, to be fair. 60 total. Lack of solid comps. Look, this guy needs to be on this call. I can't underwrite this deal. It's too much information. It's too much information. I'm looking at this, guys, for right now. If you can see this, we got 6 parcels. It's just not. I need him to be on the call, unfortunately. So.
Okay, don't worry. I'm going to ask him to join the next challenge. The next live, sorry.
Okay. Okay. What else we got?
Okay, so I'll share another question here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so you were talking also about structuring deals, being the bank instead of being the buyer. For someone who's never done an owner financing or note deal before, what's the simple first step to start implementing this strategy safely?
The core thing is we want to make sure that this person is bankable, that they actually can receive or pay for what they say they were going to pay. And so we want to check their credit. Again, like the way that we manage risk with owner financing is we increase down payment. The higher the down payment, theoretically, the less risk there is. In addition, we have pretty strict foreclosure clauses that we can foreclose on people pretty quickly in the event that we had someone that potentially was interested in owner financing and they stopped paying. We could foreclose on them quite quickly. So higher down payment, higher interest rate, right, for people that are not qualified. But we use a website called Tenant Background Check, right? And this provides a pretty simple, when you see this website, you're going to be like, holy crap, man, like, are we serious with this website? But this is what we use with doing a background check on all of our properties. So we'll have the tenants fill out a background check form. We'll order it. We usually do the 2499 form, which does a credit report, a criminal records report, foreclosures, employment summary, and a lot of other information, so that they're not actually, they're pretty straightforward with us about, hey, did you ever have a bankruptcy? And they say no, and then all of a sudden we find out that they have a bankruptcy. The fact that someone's lying is not a good indication that they're going to stop lying, right? So we do that, and if someone has below a certain credit number, which is usually 600, if it's a trophy property, they have to be able to prove to us through employment stubs, W-2s, bank statements, proof of funds that they can actually afford the payment. But if it's like a really crappy Desert Square parcel, like we are buying something for $12,000, selling for like $35,000, and we're owner financing it, they're putting $8,000 down. So look, if they default on it, like, okay, right? I'm not too angry if we get to take the parcel back. So we just have a pretty decently high, that's a 20% high down payment. And then we have a lot of pretty serious foreclosure clauses in the event someone stops paying. So that's how we mitigate risk when it comes to owner financing, which I think is a really good strategy for a lot of people.
Okay, so we have another question that comes from the community. It says, what's the one system every land investor should have dialed in before scaling to multiple markets?
Whoa, that's a great question. The one system is going to be KPIs, right? Pat, can you Slack me our KPI sheet?
Okay, sure.
So I can just grab it here. because off the top of my head, I don't know where it is. But look, having a good KPI sheet, guys, is huge. And in order to scale this business well, you want to make sure that you have a good KPI sheet, because then you get good feedback loops. For example, we were just in the first deal fast track training for the LandMan challenge, and there's a guy that was on there that was talking to me about a lot of things that were going on in his business. And he's like, I'm on the phone for a long period. Like, I'm on the phone a lot, right? Which, hey man, that's difficult, right? That's difficult. You're on the phone all day. You can't focus on other things. I'm like, how many hours a day are you on the phone? He's like, oh man, a lot of hours. I'm like, maybe, but maybe you feel like you're on the calls, for a long period of time because you're not tracking. You have no visibility of what's going on in your business. And so before expanding, before scaling, you need to know what your baseline is, so that if you start to pour more gasoline on the fire, you know what is safe to pour and what's not. So we have our company scorecard here.
Yes, I just shared the scorecard.
Thank you. And it's really, really good. I know everyone in the challenge gets it, but we go through a bunch of different things like, hey, text sent, gross leads, qualified leads, mailing, cold calling, and then different types of other metrics for different, for example, cold calling or texting or direct mail or whatever marketing you're doing. I'm not sharing my screen. So this is really helpful for a lot of people, because once they know, okay, in this market, I'm doing this, and this, like I'm changing my markets next month, it's going to be really different. Or it might not be different. You're like, hey man, we're just hitting this baseline of one deal for every 20,000 texts, and I'm moving into a new market. I know that. I know that's my number. But if you don't track anything, specifically when you're getting started, you don't have a KPI sheet like this, it will be hard for you to scale, because what you're doing is you're scaling chaos. You're scaling uncertainty. You don't know what's going on in your business. And that's why we have these KPI sheets like this. And there's tons of different, we have probably a dozen tabs on here with year KPIs for monthly, master KPIs for weekly, level 10 KPIs, the most important KPIs tracking in your business, transactions and disposition KPIs. Well, once we know all those, then we make informed, data-driven decisions, which is something that 99% of land investors don't do.
Thank you, Clay. I don't know if anyone else wants to make a question. So if not, I can share a last question.
Yep.
Okay. So we have this last question that says, what's your process for narrowing down to the right zip codes or submarkets once you've picked a state?
That is a really good, Pat, was that a question from the community?
Yes.
Gosh, that's such a good question. So I would say, how do we find really good markets, really refined markets, from a zip code or submarket basis? Like, you can use tools like Land Portal, or other market selection tools, Land Stats, to really dive in, go really, really deep into some of these submarkets. Dude, that's actually huge. That's really big. I have a tendency to pull on a zip code pricing basis. So you could just pull up zip codes, or what I like even better, what I like even better is if you are using, you want to get really precise in your targeting, is you actually pull based on geographical boundaries. So for example, sometimes zip codes will cross highways, sometimes zip codes will cross certain areas that may, one side of the zip code could be completely different. Like, for example, some zip codes in the middle of a small city and the other ones in a rural location. You really want, using the APCP formula, acreage, proximity, characteristics, price, that we have. Zip codes could be a really difficult way to actually price. So I like to price based on like a polygonal shape, like a shape of a similar types of properties. then it would go into that using, whether it's Land Portal or some other data platform in order to kind of draw that out and figure out what, how to pull that. And then target it based on that. If you're doing like range offers or blind offers or some variation of that, you can go in deep through that.
Okay, thank you. Well, for other people who ask these questions, we're going to be sharing the answers on your actual questions inside the community. We'll share the links for you. If you weren't able to attend this live, you're going to have access to the questions.
Nice. Cool. Anyone in the comments? We see we got some people watching on YouTube, which is great. Anyone else in the comments or watching want to have another question before we end the live? We'll keep going as long as people are here, but if there's no other questions, there's no reason to keep on going. So we'll wait for a second here for people to. Brian, oh, I see. Okay, nice. See, Brian dropped that question in there. Cool. Yeah, guys. I mean, all in all, if I'm gonna summarize this, like what we really are figuring out, like, look, adaptability is critical. Like, people are making good money in this business. It's just about structuring the business properly. We are closing 40 deals in the next 4 weeks, right? Can you look at a deal? Yeah, Cheryl, we can look at a deal for you. Drop the information below and we'll look at a deal. No problem. Happy to. You let us know and we'll jump right on it. Happy to help out. When does the next LandMan challenge open? That's a great question. Awesome. Cheryl, did you post it in the school group? I think she posted it in the school group. All right, let me look. Or did you post it in the LandMan challenge? Next LandMan challenge is in November, my man. We'll have here. Did you post it? Did you post it? Okay, Jason, neutral loader, then one. Cheryl, where did you post it? It's in November. Patricia will drop the LandMan here. I could drop the next LandMan challenge. It's in 25 days, my man. So we'll hope to see you there. Yeah, we got it. Sure, I'm looking for the LandMan challenge here, and I'm sorry, I'm looking for your post, and I'm not seeing it. Pat, are you seeing Cheryl's?
No, I'm looking for it, but I didn't find it either. No, it's not in the community or Slack, but I'm not sure where she posted.
Okay. Cheryl, I know you're a part of the challenge. So let us know what we're missing here. Because
She said it's here on the chat, but we can't see that.
Cheryl, we can't. Maybe above. Let me look. He wants to sell all 3 lots. 1 second.
No, it's not here.
Yeah, I don't see it here, Cheryl. I just say he wants to sell all 3 lots. That's what we got. Okay. Cheryl, I don't see it. I just typed it. It's not here. It's not here. It might not have gone in.
No, it's not here.
Yeah, I don't see it. So, yeah. We'll stay on until we get your information, Cheryl. we'll we're not going to jump until we get that. So we'll just wait till you post it. You might have to post it again, but
you can share it in the Slack group, Cheryl, and I can drop it here if you want.
Yep. We'll just wait for you. Okay. Where else can I post it? Just drop it here. We see you typing where else can I post it, but we cannot see what you're actually posting. Weird. Okay. Okay, Isabella, Michigan. We got that. Brian Garcia, how much is the deal engine going to be? Brian, it's going to be incredibly expensive. It's going to be so expensive that you're going to have to mortgage your house and your life in order to afford it. I'm just kidding. It is going to be, I will privately message you. I see that you privately chatted with me, so I will privately chat with you. Because this is only for challenge participants at this point. Already doing that to buy deals. Well, dude, you're putting in the reps in the leg day. So we got Isabella, Michigan, Cheryl, but we need more information than that because there's probably 1,000 or so. Cool, thank you. I just sent it over to you. We got Isabella, Michigan, but we need APN. We need owner information. I just need the owner information. So just drop the owner name, and we will. I kept pulling in the I kept putting in the parcel ID. Just put the owner's name. Just put the owner's name. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Now you will get this. You will get this. All righty. I will pull this up here. Alrighty, we're pulling it up right now. Okay. Okay. All right, Cheryl, what can you tell us about this parcel? Because I'm going to be looking at it right now, but any context is very helpful so that I can properly underwrite this for you. Share the screen. Alrighty. So we got 3 Dangler Terrace. What are you buying it for? Here we go. All right, we got 3 here. Got it. Oh man, you could sell all these individually. Okay, what are you buying these for? All right. I'll wait to hear from okay, so we got 5-acre deals. Okay, 5 acres sold in the last, let's say 24 months. Let's see where these are relative to this. Wow, this is super freaking rural, man. This is rural. Okay, Reed City. Okay, so we got Reed City. Okay, so we're like, okay, we're right here. Okay, we're right here. Got it. All right, I know where we are. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so 2.5 acre lot, 3.3 acre lot. Oh man, this looks like a parcel like ours. Okay, it doesn't look super convincing to me. All right, so I'm seeing some 10,000 acre rips. I am seeing some. Here's a property here. Okay, this is a nicer parcel, but our parcels are quite nice too. Have you perked this? What else can you tell me about this, Cheryl? Okay, this is a very nice parcel, right? Here's a track. We'll get the parcel ID here, see if we can find this. Okay, so this should be Isabella. We'll put this in here. Okay, well, on a trailer. Oh, he just bought them and wants to break even. Huh, that's really weird. What did he buy them for? Oh, 82,000. He bought them all for 82. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So how many acres is this? So it's 5.675. But these are both 5 point. He basically bought them for 10,000 an acre. Yeah. Look, I don't think you got a deal here. I don't think you have a deal here. I don't think you have a deal here. I think it's probably worth what he's asking for it. Yep, I think it's worth what he's asking for it. I wouldn't do that. Brian, are you backstage again, brother? I think he is. We'll get him on. Hey, Brian. Cheryl, I would not buy it. I would offer him 40,000 for it. Yeah, he's not here. All right. Cool. Pat, I think we are good for today. So anything else? Any other questions? No problem. No problem, Brian. Guys, good to have everyone every week, right? Again, this is a live show. We do the landline every single Wednesday at 4:00. We go as long as we need to. But no longer. Again, if you are interested in joining us every single week, guys, get in the school group. Get in the school group. There's a lot of free value there. You can get a lot of benefit from that. Ton of people spitting game there. We're growing like a weed. We're growing 15 to 20% in membership every single month. It's pretty amazing. So if you are interested in getting some land insight in some land game, join us there every single week. But until next week, guys, we will see you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.